So friends, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time of stopping by, do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload new video. In today's video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to make this gorgeous conical robe, as you can see, and you can style this robe anyhow you like. You can see the way the neckline is. You can also give it a little off shoulder by the side like so to make it look stylish. You can as well pin this side down to make it look stylish. So this is what I did here, and this is a beauty. You can see the shape of the hip of this conical. Okay, so this is what I'll be teaching you in today's video. If you are interested, please keep on watching. So this is the fabric that I'll be using for this project, and this is a Mikado fabric. I have 3 yards of Mikado fabric here. If you're not making a structured conical wrap, then it's better you go for either satin or silk fabric. But we are making a structured wrap, so we need a fabric that has a bit of structure. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'll open up my fabric and I'll fold into 2. To know how much fabric you will fold, divide the biggest part of your measurement into 4 and add extra 3 inches. So my client's hip is 40, and I'll be adding extra 3 inches, and that will give me 13 inches. So this is my 13. Okay, so I have 13.5 here. So that will give you the right fabric to fold. So I'm going to iron this so that I will have a crease line. I'm just going to rule a start line here, and all my measurements will be starting from this point. Make sure your start line is straight. So the first thing we are going to do is to take our vertical measurement. So shoulder to bust is 9.5. Shoulder to waist is 17 inches. And shoulder to hip is 25 inches. The full length I'm working on is 33 inches. And I'll be adding extra 2.5 inches to the 33 inches so that I will use that for my hemming allowance. So 33, 1, 2.5. I want my hem allowance to be wide. So that's why I'm using 2.5 inches. You can use more, you can use less. Don't touch, don't touch. So I'm going to square my lines across. So the next thing that I'm going to impute is my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2. That will give me 8 inches. But I don't want the shoulder of the robe to be on the actual shoulder. I want the shoulder to fall a little. So I'll be adding extra 2 inches for that. And I will add extra 1/2 inch for joining of the sleeve, meaning I'm adding a total of 2.5 inches to my shoulder measurement. But if you want to attach your sleeve to your actual shoulder, just divide your actual shoulder into 2 and add 1/2 inch for the joining allowance. So I added extra 2.5 inches to my shoulder measurement. So I'm going to extend this shoulder measurement down like so, because you know that for robes you don't use your actual armhole measurement, because the sleeve for robe is usually free. You understand? The shoulder is usually free, it's not fitted. So that's why I'm extending it to the bust line measurement. So the next thing I'm going to do is to impute my bust measurement. So the bust measurement is 35 inches divided by 4 will give me 8.75. So I'll be adding extra 2 inches to the 8.75. So this is my 8.75. So the extra 2 inches I added to my measurement, 1 inch will be for ease, while the remaining 1 inch will be for the sewing allowance. I hope you understand. Sorry, this my shoulder measurement is supposed to connect to the ease allowance, not the sewing allowance. So I'm just going to, I will clean this so that it will not confuse us. So this shoulder measurement will connect to this point like so. The ease measurement like so. So this one will be the sewing allowance. Okay. So I'll be adding 2 inches to the waist measurement as well. The waist is 28 divided by 4 will give me 7. I will add extra 2 inches to that. So that will give me 9. The hip measurement is 40 inches. But on this hip measurement, instead of adding the usual 2 inches I add for the bust, the extra 2 inches I added for the waist, I'll be adding 3 inches to the hip measurement. The reason why I'm adding 3 inches, 1 inch will go for the sewing allowance, then the remaining 2 inches, I'm adding 1 inch for ease, but on the hip side I'll be adding 2 inches for ease, so that I will have that conical shape. If you add 1 inch ease as I'm adding to these ones, it will not give me that conical shape. So for the bust, I did bust divided by 4 plus 2. Waist, I did bust divided by 4 plus 2. But the hip, I'll be doing hip divided by 4 plus 3. I hope you understand. So for this hip, I'll be having 13 inches like so. So that 13 inches, I'm going to mark the 13 inches on the hemline as well. So if you don't want to do the conical shape, you can as well, if you don't want to do the conical shape, you can as well leave it like so. So you can see what I have here. So now I'm going to mark my neck width. I'm doing 3 inches for the neck width, and I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant, and I'm going to connect to meet the shoulder like so. Then for the back neck depth, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inches for the back neck depth, 1.5 inches, and I'll use my free hand to just connect it like so. So this armhole, I'm going to divide it into 2. Whatever I have, I'll divide it into 2, and I'll come in by 1/2 inch like so. So I'll shape it. You can see what I have. So I'm done with my marking. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'll be adding half an inch to the shoulder for joining allowance. We did not add any allowance for the joining of the shoulder. I hope you can see. I hope it's explicit. So I'm just going to cut this out. This is my back piece. This is my back piece. So this waist, make sure that the waist is not sharp. Let it be a bit curvy. So I'm going to mark 3 inches on this folded part. I'm making this for a very slim client, but if you are on the plus size side, mark 4 inches. These 3 inches will make the outfit to overlap so that when she wears it, her body will not be showing. Then you place your back piece that you have already cut out, you place it on top like so. Once you place it, the next thing that you are going to do, on this waistline, you can come up by 2 inches on the waistline, or if you like, you can leave the waistline like that. So this is my waistline, like so. This is my waistline. I will extend the mark to this 3 inches I have here is for the overlap. This will cover your body. It will not allow your skin to be showing when you wear this robe. Okay, that's the essence for this overlap. If you don't put this overlap, your body will be showing. Okay, so make sure you do this overlap. So from this mark, from this waistline, I will go up by 2 inches. This is optional. You can connect from the neckline to your waist, or you can connect to 2 inches above, or 3 inches. It depends on what you want, but I'm doing 2 inches above my waistline. So this is my neck width. Okay, from that neck width, I'm going to connect with a straight ruler like so. You can see I'm connecting it with, so just connect like so with your straight ruler, so you can see what I have. So I'm going to just cut this out. So you can see what I have. So this part is on fold, so I'm going to slash it open. You don't want it to be on fold, it has to be open. So I'll slash it open like so. So just make sure that this place is smooth, no sharp points. So I'm going to cut the rest like so. I've already cut this side. Just follow the shape of the back. Follow the shape of the back piece and cut it out like so. You will have your outfit looking like this when you cut it out. Okay, so this is what it looks like after cutting it out. The next thing that I'm going to cut out will be the neckline. Okay, so I'll just slant the shoulder like so. So you can see what I have. So my front piece, and this is my 2 front piece. Okay, I have 3 pieces in total. Okay, so once I'm done cutting this, we are going to move over to cutting the sleeve. So this, moving over to cutting of the sleeve, my fabric is on fold. Okay, is on fold as you can see. I'm going to fold it again because I want to cut the two sleeves at the same time. Okay, I want to cut the two sleeves at the same time. So in order to cut my sleeve, I'm going to measure the armhole. Okay, I'm going to measure the armhole. So when you want to measure your armhole, make sure you remove half an inch from the shoulder. You can see the half an inch that we have here on the shoulder for the joining. You can see the half an inch we have here on the shoulder. So when you want to cut your sleeve, mark out your half an inch that you have for the shoulder. You are not going to measure that half an inch. So from that half an inch point, place your tape like so. Place your tape like so and measure what you have left. So what I have left is 9.5 inches. So I'm just going to draw my start line again. And I'm just going to curve like so. You don't curve too much, just curve it down. Okay, this is like 3 inches or 3.5. Just curve it down like so, and then I'm going to input the 9.5. So this is my 9.5 inches here. So from this start line, I will go down to the shoulder, I will go down to the elbow, I will go down to the elbow measurement. Our elbow is somewhere around here. Let me check our elbow measurement. So our elbow measurement is 11 inches. So once I divide our elbow circumference by 2, I will get 5.5. Okay, I'll get 5.5. I'll add extra 2 inches. 1 inch will be for ease, while the other 1 inch will be for 1 inch will be for ease, the other 1 inch will be for sewing allowance. Okay, so don't forget that to get the length of the sleeve, the length I'm making the length of her sleeve that I'm working on is 26 inches. Don't forget that we already extended her shoulder by extra 2 inches. So that extra 2 inches, I'm going to place the extra 2 inches on this top line here. Okay, it will not be part of this, otherwise it will make the sleeve too long. So I'll place it like so, and I'll mark the 26 inches, and I'll add extra 2.5 inches to that measurement, because half an inch will be going to join the upper part, while the remaining 2 inches will be to hem the lower part. So 26, 2.5. This is 28 we have here, 28.5 we have here. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this. Once I cut this, I'm going to fold the 2 inches extra that we have at this lower part. So I'll connect like so, and I want this part to be wide. So I'm just going to extend it out. Can you see? Anyhow you want your sleeve to be is what you will do. So this is not a fitted outfit. So I'll extend it out like so. So before I cut this lower part, I'm going to fold this lower part like so. I'll fold it upward by the 2 inches that I left for the sewing allowance. I'll fold it up like so. I'll measure it to make sure that what I have is accurate. My 2 inches is accurate. So now I'm going to cut this. You can iron it so that it will relax. So I'm just going to cut like so. So you can see what our sleeve is looking like. If you don't fold this part, by the time you are hemming this part, it will not relax. So that is why you need to fold this lower part upward before you cut it out. So this is my shoulder. You need to notch the shoulder so that you don't end up sewing the lower part to the armhole. So notch your shoulder. I will notch my shoulder, and I'm going to mark the shoulder point as well, because sometimes when you weave, the weaving will remove your notch. It will make you confused. So I'll still put my chalk mark on that notched point. So this is what my sleeve looks like. This is what my sleeve looks like. So now we are going to move over to cutting of the collar, the back. We are moving over to the sewing part of this our robe. So the first thing I'm going to do is to merge my shoulders together on both sides, and I'm going to join the shoulders together by half of an inch. I'll join them together by half of an inch. So for the collar that is going round the neck, I measured 6 inches. Okay, if you don't want your collar to be too wide, you can measure 5 inches. Okay, this collar is going to be on fold. So by the time I'm done, I'm going to fold it. I will have 3 inches. So when I sew down half an inch to the collar, I will be left with 2.5 inches. So if you don't want your collar to be as wide as 2.5 inches, you can make 2 inches collar width. Your collar should not be smaller than 2 inches. So, and when you are cutting the collar, make sure that you cut excess. You cut excess. And I'm going to fold it down like so. And I will give it a good press. And I've gone ahead to weave it. If you don't weave, it will start to unravel from the loose end. Okay, so this is way longer than what I measured here. So one thing I would like to say is I have enough fabric, so my collar does not have joining. So in case your collar has joining, what you will do is you will notch the center of your neckline. Okay, you will notch the center of your neckline, and then the joining part you have on your collar, you will merge the joining part to the notched point. Okay, you will merge it to the notched point, and then you will sew the collar. When you want to sew the collar, you are going to be sewing the collar on the right side of your fabric, not on the wrong side. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to sew from my hem. But if your collar has joining, you can start to join from one neckline. After fixing it, the joining part to the center part of the neckline, you join it from that point all the way to the front hem. You come back again and continue again all the way to the other front hem. But since mine does not have joining, I'm just going to start from the hem like so. I'm just going to start from the hem, and I'll fix this all the way around the neckline. So once I'm done fixing it all the way around, I'm going to top stitch the neckline. Okay, I'll top stitch the neckline, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like. My collar has been fixed, you can see, and I top stitch it down. You can see my top stitch line. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach my sleeve. Okay, don't forget to iron your shoulder seam allowance. You can see my hem allowance. I've ironed it upward. So I'm going to top stitch it down, and then I'll attach it to the round armhole, okay, of this top like so. I'll place it like so, and I will sew it down all the way. I'll do this on both sides. So now I'm done joining the sleeve to the armhole, as you can see. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to flip it so that I can sew my side seam allowance. So now I'll be sewing my side seam allowance all the way from the armhole, from the sleeve hem, like so. I'm going to sew down my 1 inch all the way around the armhole, like so, down to the full length of the dress. And I'll do the same thing for the other side as well. So I'm done sewing the side seam. The next thing that I'm going to do is to fold the hem and top stitch it down. So I'll quickly do this. I'll quickly take this to my sewing machine and top stitch my hem and give it a good press. We are going to cut the rope that we will use for the band. Okay, your rope always have. So this is my 3 yards. I'm just going to fold everything like so, and I will remove this savage band to be 5 inches. Okay, and that 5 inches will be on fold like so, making 10 inches. I'll be adding extra 1 inch to it because it's that 1 inch we will use to turn the band together. Okay, so that will be 11 inches. So I'll be marking 11 inches on this. How long you want your rope to be depends on you, so you can determine that with the amount of fabric you have left. If your fabric is not, me, I have 3 yards of fabric, so I'm just going to use the whole 3 yards of fabric. My client is very, or she's on the slim side, so if your own is not long enough, you can join fabric to give you the extra length that you need for your rope. So now I'm going to cut out this selvage. I'll be marking 11 inches like so. You can draw out a starting point so you don't mix it up. So I'll be using this punctured mark on the selvage as a guide to mark my 11 inches. So this is 11 inches like so. I will mark it all the way down and I'm going to cut it out. So you can make your band smaller if you like, but the style I'm working on, the band is wide. Okay, so I've turned my band. This will be the belt. Okay, you can decide to make your own belt tiny, but my client wants her belt wide. So this is the belt. I'm done with the dress. I have ironed. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is the finished look of our gorgeous conical robe. You can see the shape of the robe. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share and follow for more interesting tutorials. If there's any tutorial you want me to illustrate, you can leave it in the comment section and I'll be glad to help you out with your illustration. We also have online classes. In case you are interested, you can call the number on the screen to join our online classes. I will see you in the next one. Bye.